We're back, and the answer to our question was Capcom's Street Fighter 2. On level 5, we review the latest Pokemon games for the Game Boy Color. Find out what Bathurst winner Jason Bargwanna thinks of Driver 2. Get a groove on with a new dance peripheral. Plus, we hop in the ring with the hottest fighting games. But first, let's suss out the VFX 3D. The next generation of virtual reality gear has arrived. Made in the US, it's called the VFX 3D, and it's the best you can buy. It's a dual LCD stereoscopic headset, which includes a set of stereo headphones and sensors to detect the movement of your head. It looks a bit like something out of a science fiction movie, and it's very lightweight. It allows you to interact with your environment firsthand. For gamers, this can be an extreme experience.
It has high-quality active matrix LCDs inside the head there. It has quality stereo speakers to give you full stereo sound. And in the top here we have a head tracking system that will monitor every movement of your head, from looking up and down and left and right, and even tilting your head to the side. This is the Cyberpuck controller. It has 3 buttons and it lets you move around inside the game. It's forwards and backwards and left and right. Besides games, the VFX 3D can be used for parachute simulation, for truck driving, used in hospitals for phobias, like fear of flying, and universities for teaching and education.
Costing around $3,500, it's pretty pricey, but that's about what you have to pay for this truly immersive experience.
The Pokemon games really are the most interactive, challenging and fun that the Game Boy Color has to offer. And it's quite simple really. There are a whole heap of Pokemon hidden in the game, and it's up to you to discover and train them all, and unsurprisingly have an adventure along the way. Starting the game with only one Pokemon, before you know it you've earned enough money to purchase Pokeballs. Now you can capture and train more. With every battle your Pokemon win, they gain experience and learn new abilities, eventually transforming them into stronger types. The Game Boy Color does a remarkably good job with the visuals. Pokemon attacks now involve cute, unique animations, breathing a bit more personality into the game. With strangely addictive gameplay, it's hard not to get sucked into the Pokemon games.
I got the fever. I'm a junkie for the cash.
Driver 2, the latest race game from PlayStation, drove into Australia mid-November and Hyper was there to welcome it.
Oh, the sequel to Driver, it was an obvious choice. The first one's kind of like an action film, and with any action film, it makes sense to make a sequel. The graphics have been greatly improved. Also, there's a lot more movie sequences, giving it much more cinematic feel. The character Tanner has also they've given him a bit more of a backstory. He's also got a partner now, Tobias Jones, and together they try to take down the mob.
Real-life sprint car driver Kerry Madsen drove Tanner's car at the launch and had this to say about the famous red car.
I didn't know I was going to have that much fun in the old Buick, but no, it was awesome. Had a great time.
And what about the cop car driver V8 legend Jason Bargwanna?
I've always played racing games. From being a little kid to now, even in the old days when they had like pole position and stuff, you know, at the corner store, I used to play that all the time, but these days I've got the PlayStation. I sit on the lounge room floor and play. It's good.
Things can get pretty hairy in Driver 2, so we were wondering how many pairs of underpants a driver in these situations might go through.
It's a bit personal, isn't it?
I've just got a lucky pair.
One lucky pair.
What, you only wear one pair of undies? I must be lucky. I had a lucky pair of undies and I crashed in them, so I ripped them up and threw them in.
They thought they locked me out, but I'm back with a new hack. So you played Tekken Tag, but did you know there's a hidden bowling mode? It's true. Weird, but true. Each time you beat the game with another character, you unlock a new fighter. Just keep playing until you unlock Ogre, and the 10-pin bowling mode will appear. If you want an easy way to unlock all the characters, just set the game to easy with one-round victories and play through. Until next time, long live the cheetah.
We love Dance games, and now you can bust a move and jungle groove wherever you want.
The Jungle Groove Party is a new game on PlayStation, and it exactly follows the storyline of Disney's blockbuster movie Jungle Book. The dance mat itself has sensor pads in it, so that you'll see symbols on the TV on the game, and you need to follow those.
Oh, well, you choose a character and you have to dance to the beat. The more moves you do, the more points you get.
Oh, it's pretty easy, but when it gets to hard, it's you need practice.
I haven't played anything else like it. I thought it was really good.
My dad was holding my feet and pressing buttons. Was missing my feet.
Oh, we should get Michael Jackson to play.
I reckon some people could do it.
I think all ages can play the game.
What about the best fighting games of 2000?
Let the battle begin.
The original Power Stone took the gaming world by storm when it introduced true freedom of movement into the fighting game genre. Power Stone 2 takes this concept one step further. Now up to 4 players can go toe-to-toe in surreal battles that move through several locations. There are so many objects to throw, power-ups to use, turrets to man, and attacks to be unleashed that the pace never lets up. We haven't even mentioned the Power Stones. 2D fighting games are alive and kicking. The wildest of them all is undoubtedly Marvel vs. Capcom 2, where classic Capcom characters go head-to-head with Marvel superheroes in an over-the-top tag team battle to the death.
Unibeam!
The special moves are insane, the action is frenetic, and the characters are cool. Enough said. Beating all contenders to the fighting game crown this year is Dead or Alive 2 Hardcore for PlayStation 2. Unlike almost every other fighting game to date, Dead or Alive 2's fights take place in massive, multi-tiered arenas. Bouts can move through several sections, with characters being knocked through stained glass windows and into an entirely new area. This dynamism lends a cinematic air to an already gorgeous looking game, and it often feels like you're playing out your very own Jet Li fight scene. The action moves at a brutal pace, especially in the tag team mode, where the double team attacks are faster and more aggressive than Tekken Tag tournaments. Fortunately, the reversal system balances out the attacker's advantage somewhat. Counter-attacks are one of the highlights of the game, allowing dominance to shift back and forth between fighters. And it's just so cool to see your opponent seamlessly catch the kick you just aimed at his head and knock your remaining leg out from under you. Best of all for Australian gamers, the Japanese version of Dead or Alive 2 has been reworked with crisper graphics, better effects, more moves, more characters, and more modes. Dead or Alive 2 will knock the wind out of you.
Coming up on level 6 are our picks for the greatest game of 2000. Plus, there's a PlayStation 2 up for grabs and you could win it. But first, just what is Hyper's Game of the Year? Is it Shenmue, Deus Ex, or Tony Hawk 2? Find out on level 6.
Hyper, jam-packed full of gaming goodness.